Welcome to Real Kiwi Fishing. This week, Pea and I, we're back out up along the bays. We're in the little tin today. It's a great time of year to get out there and get in real close around the rocks, get a burley going, lob out some big baits, get a bit cooler in the mornings, and got a bit of fog hanging around, so yeah, just coming into that winter time, water temperature's cooling down, and the bigger snapper will start coming in and mooching around the rocks, so you're after those kelpies. So yeah, hopefully get into a few fish today, and hopefully you enjoy. So we're at our first spot. You can see we're not too far off the rocks. That's what I'm saying, is this time of year is great to get in real close, starting close. This is when the big mooches are sort of going to start coming in, feeding around those kelpie areas, and that's what we're targeting, is those kelpies. So what we're going to do is we're going to be using no sinkers, just floating baits. It's probably about 10 feet deep, if that. Just lob them out, and the snapper will just be mooching in around this area here. We know there's a big sort of reef in this area here. What we're going to do is we're going to start without the burley. Sometimes you get those bigger fish, better fish, on your first couple of casts, and you get a burley going and it brings all the small stuff around. So start with no burley. If nothing really happens, then we might get a burley going. So yeah, that's normally what we try and do first. Get a bait in, get those first couple of good fish, and don't drop the burley until those fish go away or there's nothing there. So you don't want to attract all the small fish to start with. So there you go. First little fish for the morning. It's not big, but it's starting to happen. Pea's getting a few hits now.
Oh, missed it. Little fella. It's a little fella.
Like I was saying, that's what we're going to start with, just a floating bait. Actually got a keeper there. See how I go with a keeper. Normally don't do it around the weed, but sometimes I miss a few fish in this area, and then I go to a keeper and catch the fish. So
No. They should be straight that bloody thing. Here we go. Shaggy's right there. Look at the shag.
So there you go. Pea's hooking up pretty much constantly, and he's fishing out that side of the boat, and we know there's a reef that side. I've decided to cast out this side. Pretty much getting no bites. Pea's caught about 4 or 5 fish to one of my bites. So that just sort of shows you, you know, you don't have to move from where you're fishing. Try both sides of the boat, back of the boat, front of the boat. just shows you that the fish are here in this area. I'm not casting to them, Pea is. So yeah, that's just one thing before you actually leave. And I've seen it and we've done it ourselves. We've had boats around us catching nothing and we are, or vice versa. And all it is you're 10 feet away from the fish and they just won't come over and get it. So yeah, just one trick that we normally do is flick out both sides of the boat. And even when we move, sometimes we only move 10 feet, 15 feet. We know the fish are here, they're just not where we're casting.
Oh, damn.
So we've given it a good hour without the burley. Just a lot of little stuff, probably around that sort of 30 centimeters and smaller. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop the burley now. Give it a go with the burley first, and then if nothing happens, sort of half an hour once the burley starts going, then we're going to do a shift. We're catching fish, so we know fish are here, and we're not sort of willing to move away as yet. Even though these small fish, there could be some decent fish there, they're just not getting to the bait. So we'll get the burley going, just see if anything happens over that half an hour, and then if nothing happens, we'll yeah, we've got a spot a little bit further out, nice reef sitting in about 10 meters of water. We'll go give that a shot before we move too far.
Johnny.
So we've given it a good go. Been here for a couple of hours, a lot of little stuff. Starting to catch a few liveys. We're chucking those out for some bigger snappers. Maybe the odd John Dory. Pea's just caught a little John Dory there. But we're probably just going to catch a few more liveys and go up to that reef I was telling you about. It's around about 10 meters, 10 meter mark. So give it a good go this morning. But yeah, nothing really close. So we'll just move out and drop a few liveys out there for some hopefully bigger snappers.
Oh, jeez.
See?
It's gone. Good. That's good.
Fish are really starting to come on the bite now. Outgoing tide now. So we've done a bit of a shift, moved away from the upper bays that we fish on there incoming. We've come back down to where we launch. The fish are a little bit bigger than where we were. Got a couple up around that 40 centimeters so far. And a lot like that sort of coming on board. So yeah, we're now down at our outgoing tide spot. Let's see how we go. So yeah, we've gone to a little ball sinker. And I haven't gone too heavy. We know the fish are there, they're sitting there. And we just use that lighter sinker, throw it in, let it sink down through that column real slowly. And then they're grabbing it on the way down before it even hits the bottom. It's just, yeah, so much fun when they're just grabbing it mid-water. It's just going nuts.
You got a good snapper too.
Got a nice little panty bait. of the day. There you go. Not a bad snap for the bay.
There we go. Yeah.
Another little penny for the bay. It's pretty much been it throughout the day. A lot of small stuff, sort of 35, 40 centimeters. Probably got a couple of 45s. There you go. It's pretty much been the day, but nice eaters. So yeah, not a bad day. This morning was a little bit hard. A lot of little stuff around that 30 centimeters on that incoming tide. Sort of headed up the bays there. Thought it would have been good, but didn't work for us. And normally when it doesn't work one tide, it normally works the other. So we pretty much headed back down to Tor Bay for that outgoing. Got a few outgoing tide spots there, and yeah, came on the bite. A lot of stuff around that 35, 40, maybe up to about 45 centimeters. Got about 10 in the bin. So yeah, not a bad arvo turned out to be. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and until next time, tight lines. Thanks for watching another great day out fishing with Real Kiwi Fishing. And you can also find more of my movies on my YouTube channel, Real Kiwi Fishing.